Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Concept Art Megatron. And, well, as the name implies, this is a concept art figure, because, well, Megatron was not in the Bumblebee film. So, of course, this is meant to be, I guess, based on concept art of what this guy would be like if he was in the film. Because, I mean, even to this day, we don't really know if the film was meant to be a reboot or a prequel or both. Because, I mean, if Bumblebee is a prequel, then it doesn't really make sense. Because Megatron's meant to be frozen in some ice around this time. But if it's a reboot, then yeah, I can sort of understand this. Like, it's a what if Megatron was in the Cybertron scene. But yeah, this is just meant to be a what if figure, I guess. But while looking at the box, and of course it's quite a big box, and we can see that Studio Series Leader Class figures now have the open window thing. So this is the third redesign for the Leader Class Studio Series boxes. Okay. But of course, got a picture of Megatron right there, looking quite intimidating. Like, that face is actually giving me chills. But yeah, concept art Megatron, number 109. Again, we got that horrifying Terminator-like face. The side, of course, got Megatron, and it kind of looks like he's being, like, scanned or something. I actually quite like that detail of the concept art figures. But the back got him in all three modes. Yeah, this guy's a triple changer. Big screen inspired still. Cybertron Falls, as per most of the Bumblebee figures in the Studio Series. And here it says, unreleased movie concept of Megatron in Transformers Bumblebee, leading the Decepticons in a final attack on Cybertron. So yeah, this is literally based on concept art of Megatron, where, yeah, he would be the one leading the Decepticons. Because I think in the final film it was Shockwave, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, we've got the included backdrop. So just looking at that. And yep, this is literally one of the Cybertron scenes, because we've got some characters. I'm pretty sure this is just some of the Seekers. So we can put Megatron there, but obviously not in tank mode. It would be kind of cool, like maybe he would roll up or fly, because of course he's got jet mode, but maybe like he would roll up, transform, and then announce something maybe in like Frank Welker's voice. I don't know. But let's be honest, if he was in the film, I don't think he would transform. Like most of the Cybertronian characters, this was, like, the Ultimates were created just for the figure. Because, I mean, giving this guy both a jet and a tank mode simultaneously kind of gives me, like, Marauder Megatron vibes. Like that unreleased animated figure, or hell, it's not even a new concept, because, like, Times Return did it. You know, like, that was just Blitzwing and Grey. Oh, well, I feel this is inspired by Super Megatron. I feel that this is inspired by Super Megatron. Because, I mean, Super Megatron already felt like a G1 version of movie Megatron. So, maybe? So yeah, I'm going to say that this is sort of inspired by Marauder Megatron and Super Megatron. Well, finally looking at the tank mode, I mean, okay, kind of weird. But as I did say, most of the Cybertronian modes are sort of just made up of the toys, but still, this is kind of weird looking. Like, of course, we got the turret that's made from the... Like, the turret's just made from the figure's arms, but the shoulders connect in kind of a weird way, like, it's sort of angled. Of course, we got the cannon, which is the only accessory that we get. And we'll talk about that later in robot mode, but the way that the thing rotates is kind of weird. Like, the pivot point is here, so yeah, that leads to some awkward moments. But for the actual tank barrel, honestly, I quite like how that looks. Well, can it stick a blast effect? Yes, it can. So we can still have him firing at Autobots. I don't know, maybe some unreleased Brawn. Oh, in fact, no, Brawn wasn't in the film. Maybe like some sort of like concept art huffer or something that he could shoot at. Or, as I said, Brawn, shoot him right in the shoulder. So he can still shoot Ratchet, Brawn, and Ironhide. Or maybe like a concept art Prowl. Of course, we've got some more details, such as the treads, which, I mean, okay. Kind of weird treads, though. Like, these ones are fully showing, these ones are sort of obscured. And even pushed up for the transformation. So, yeah. And, like, there's no rolling wheels. It's just the little nubs that kind of look like little wheels. So you can't really roll this guy. You just have to push him along a desk. The front bits, yeah, that's obviously the chest. And I kind of don't like it. Like, I mean, of course I like it as the chest, but as the front of a tank, nah. Because it just looks so disconnected. I mean, seriously, it's just this floating piece. So, yeah, you can tell that this is obviously cobbled together just for the toy. But, yeah. I think, like, if I was doing a tier list of all the Cybertronian modes for the Bumblebee film for the Studio Series, this one would not be one of my favorites. Because this is kind of odd. I mean, I do like the blast effect compatibility, don't get me wrong, but maybe if they found a way to get these front bits tapped into the chest in some way, so it kind of looks a bit more, I guess, complete, and not like there's a freaking chest just floating in the middle here. Or maybe, like, flip it around so the head's sort of, like, showing, maybe like Armada Megatron, I don't know. But yeah, overall, the tank mode is kind of odd. And of course, underneath, you've got invisible head syndrome. But yeah, that's overall pretty much it for the tank mode. And yeah, normally I would look at the robot mode next, but as the box said, we got a jet mode. And I'm not really excited to do the transformation because, well, 39 steps, so this might take a while. But at the start, I'm just going to push up the treads like so. Disconnect the forearms from the fusion cannon, and I think what I'm going to do is just take the cannon I'm just going to take the cannon off to make this easier for myself. So we're just going to disconnect the arms entirely, just like so, to make this a bit easier for myself. Disconnect the legs. I'll just flip them around. Come around here to underneath. Flip this around. So we got the cockpit here to flip around the nose cone. Flip these fully in. And then just flip this around. And it's on a series of hinges, so I just have to try and get this tabbed in. So it's sort of covering the Decepticon symbol, but it's not fully covering the chest either. And yeah, it gets really confusing. There we go, so we just get that in, then just fold this back, and just fold this forward. So now we've got the front bit of the jet sorted. I think the arms will sort out last, because then we just take these little skirt sections, just move them up like so. The legs, I'm just going to fold out the wings like so. Just get the wings out like so. And tab this. Take this tread, flip it around, and we can see that that becomes a little booster, and then that just tabs back in. So untab that, flip the tread around, and that exposes the thruster here. Really, this is one of those transformations where it's really difficult to do with it at arm's length. So now that we've got the legs all done, well, nearly done. I think what I'm going to do next is just reintroduce the fusion cannon. And, well, what you're meant to do here is just rotate this whole thing around. So when these two bits go together, you can see if it sort of becomes well, I cannot speak, it's so hot, but it becomes a little gun underneath the jet. And now that we've got these little bits, honestly, this is my least favorite bit. Trying to figure out how the leg joints work so we can get these tabbed in. So if anything, I think it's easier if I just do one thing off camera and then just do the other one on camera so I can remember how it goes. So, getting all that figured out again, what we're supposed to do is just bend all this, so this can tab in. Just get the wing flipped out. And then just fold this in, so this can tab into this little bit here. Again, easier said than done, because a lot of tabs on this mode don't really like to go in on my copy. This is probably just a problem on my end. Your one might not have this problem, but yeah, my one just refuses to stay tabbed in this mode. And actually, it can get really annoying. And after much off-screen finagling, here is the jet mode. There are some tabs that go into the arms, but yeah, I'm not going to tab those in. They just refuse to go in, but, well, here's the jet mode. And, well, yeah, I have no idea what to say about this mode. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a jet mode, but the transformation to this mode, like, that is really fiddly. Like, you saw me having to pause multiple times just to get things lined up, and, like, okay, I can memorize a lot of transformations, but this one, I often forget where things go. A lot of the times, like, I have to refigure out how the legs transform for this. So, yeah. Well, let's just look at the details. Well, for new details, we've got the jet nose cone right here, which does look pretty cool, and if anything shows that this will be a pretty big jet. Although, this is a Cybertronian jet mode, so... We also have the wings, which, again, look really cool. And we have the thrusters, which... Can these take blast effects? Well... Yep. So we can have them just... Well, if you don't knock them off... Then yeah, you can just have them flying along Cybertron. And it's actually just leads to a complaint. The feet normally do tap into the thrusters, but it's really easy to knock them off by accident. But yeah, the thrusters do take blast effects. And of course, the cannon can stay down there if you want. Or the instructions do show that you can't plug it on top of here. So that's an option. But honestly, I'm still not feeling the alternate modes. I mean, I definitely prefer the tank mode, but... Yeah, these modes are a bit weird, honestly. So, I think I'm just going to move on to the final mode. So, let's just start the transformation. So, getting him into robot mode, well, my Lego sound won't break on me. So, to get this guy transformed again, I'm just going to remove the fusion cannon. So, start off, I'm just going to transform the legs. So just flipping the thruster. Flip up the foot. There we go. Then just fold up the wing. So now we've got one leg done. So just do the same on this leg. Just pull up the thruster. Get the foot out. Fold up the wing. Try and get this orientated the right way. So, and now he's standing. So just get the arms out. And we can just take the backpack, or I guess the thing that's holding the shoulders, and just move that out of the way. Flip these bits out. Flip on the nose cone. Just get the head out. get this folded up like so. So we just fold this up. And this turntable for the tank, well, it does often get in the way. So if it feels like this isn't moving, it's normally just because like the turntable's in the way. Like it sort of turns slightly. Then you just get all that tabbed in. Rotate the forearm, get the hand out, then open up the hands, because yes, his hands can open. And just get the hip skirts out, there we go. Here we have Megatron in robot mode, and that transformation is definitely... yeah, I can't really sugarcoat it. That transformation is quite fiddly. I mean, there's always some fun elements, like just seeing how it just folds up into a tank, or just the way that the legs transform in general. Like, I do like how the treads just fold up into the thrusters for the jet mode, but honestly, not a big fan of the transformation. But honestly, I think the robot mode makes everything worth it, in my opinion. Like, this is the mode that you buy this guy for. Of course, if you're gonna buy this guy, it's gonna be for this mode. Like, this is the mode that you're going to display on your shelf, isn't it? So now, obviously, we do have the fusion cannon. Can't really have them without it, so we're just going to turn this around. It just goes into his arm, and then it actually just accordions up, like so. So now he looks more complete. And honestly, I quite like how this fusion cannon looks. Like, seriously, just look at that. That looks like that could do some damage. So, yeah. And just having a 360 of this guy. Like, for all the crap that the transformations do, the back is actually quite clean. Like, there's no stuff hanging off. And the resulting robot mode looks amazing. Like, just look at the head. I mean, I don't know if he's meant to look like that, or if it's like battle damage, like his faceplate came off or something, but that's a horrifying head sculpt. Again, I'm getting Terminator vibe from that. So, yeah. And as I said, the fusion cannon can take blast effects, so we can just plug one in so we can shoot at Brawn. Or if he for some reason don't want this guy to have a fusion cannon, well, this can actually fold up. So this just turns off to the side. Folds up, and it just stores right on his back, like so. So yeah, this guy even has weapon storage, I mean, I don't know why you don't want this guy to have his fusion cannon, but it is there. And it does make it easier to show the articulation. So this guy does have a ball jointed head. So he can look up, he can look down, back to this bit here. And he can look side to side. Shoulders can move. He's got a butterfly joint. Of course, T-pose. Elbow. Got a rotation here. A rotation right here. If anything, this kind of reminds me of Mecha Live, just with how it looks. Wrist rotation. The hands can close and... Well, the hands can close. Anything can do it. Yeah, there we go. He can point. So... Yeah, like... He's got an index finger, which has a knuckle here. And then the rest of the fingers are all molded together, but they also have a knuckle as well. He has a waist rotation right there. These can fold forward, so he can kick forward and he can kick back. Can do splits like so. Got a swivel there. He's actually got really good knees, and the spike here can also move if he wants to impale someone with his freaking knee. He's got good foot articulation. His ankles can pivot. So, yeah. If anything, I think the knee articulation on this guy is actually really good. If anything, this guy could probably be... Yeah, I think this is one of those Transformers that has really good foot and knee articulation, so if you want to try and, like, pose him walking, then sure, why not? But if I just get the cannon off his back and transforms... So again, this just unfurls, then just rotates, this bit just falls down, and attaches on. There we go. I think that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. So of course, if we bring in the backdrop, even with the backdrop, he looks intimidating. Like, I can almost picture him just in the film. Like, I'm pretty sure if this guy wasn't in the film, it would just be a cameo. Because, of course, Blitzwing would be the main antagonist of Bumblebee. So, just like how he hasn't... well, I can't speak, but you get what I mean. I cannot speak anymore, but... Yeah, if Megatron was in Bumblebee, it would just be a cameo, with Blitzwing being the actual villain. But this guy would still be a really intimidating fiddle. Like, this guy would still be intimidating for, like, what? The 5 seconds of screen time, maybe like 10 seconds that he would appear in. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. So, complaints. Obviously, the vehicle modes. They just look really awkward, honestly. And the transformations to said vehicle modes... yeah... The transformations to said vehicle modes are quite fiddly, honestly. Now, obviously, they can't really just sell this guy as a robot, and that's it. This isn't the red line. But let's be honest, this guy's going to be displayed just as a robot for most people. I'm pretty sure. Same with me, honestly. But well, do I recommend this guy? Honestly, despite those vehicle modes, yeah, because he looks really good. Like, on a shelf, he looks amazing. Here, he looks amazing. It's just the two vehicle modes I'm disappointed by, and the transformations, but as a robot, he looks really good. So, if you're a collector who just displays stuff in robot modes, then yeah, I do recommend this guy. Only problem, he's a bit rare right now. Like, seriously. Like, this guy's being scalped quite a bit. I got lucky and found this guy on the Smith's website for a retail price, but just try not to buy this guy from scalpers, okay? But other than that, yeah, just try not to get confused by the transformations, because I feel that this guy is only good for the robot mode in my opinion. So yeah. But well, this has been my review on concept art Megatron, and this is Charlie Young signing off.